I would like to proceed with the default today and call Mr. Carr.
You may.
Thank you. Mr. Carr, what is your full name?
Corey Lamel Carr.
Mr. Carr, you and Miss Baskin have one child together, correct?
Yes, sir.
How old is that child?
11. 11 this year. Yes, sir.
Okay. And Your Honor, I would like to offer into evidence what's marked for identification purposes as State's Exhibit A copy of the payment record in the case.
State's Exhibit A is admitted.
Thank you, Judge. And Mr. Carr, you understand that the state's asking for a for a child support judgment, medical support judgment, and dental support judgment against you on money that you owe?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're in agreement with a child support judgment against you to be in this order of $6,624.95, correct?
Well, I don't agree to the amount. I am aware that.
We'll get back. Yes, sir. Do you understand that that's what the state's asking for?
Yes, sir. I do.
Okay. And if the court agrees with that, you're okay with paying that at $75 monthly?
Yes, sir. That's what we're working on.
And you understand the state's requesting a medical support judgment of $1,385.46?
Yes, sir. I understand.
And if the court grants that, you would agree to pay that at $10 monthly, correct?
Yes, sir.
And lastly, do you understand the state's requesting a dental support judgment of $585.34?
Yes, sir. I am aware.
And you would agree, if that is in this order, to pay that at $10 a month, correct?
Yes, sir. If we can't get anything any lower, then yes, sir. I agree with those amounts.
Okay. You understand that those judgments, the date is May 31st, 2025, correct?
I was unaware. How were judgments made that day when we had our meeting pushed back?
I'll rephrase. So, Mr. Carr, why are you asking, or why do you not agree with your child support arrear numbers?
Yes, sir. During the original order, I was given assigned an amount. I had tax returns taken, caused damage in my family. I survived. I was on top of my child support. I was trying to get
Your Honor, I'm gonna object to the testimony if we're discussing the payments in the establishment order. The last time we were in court, Judge, there was an order done November of 2024 that included a judgment.
Okay. So, Mr. Carr, we can't go behind the November judgment. The November judgment says that you owed this much before then, and we've taken a judgment for that amount, and that judgment is on record. And so this is not the time or the place to attack that judgment. Do you understand, sir?
Yes,
so you telling me about paying child support before the judgment was taken?
Yes, ma'am.
Because that's all taken into consideration in that judgment.
Yes, ma'am. I think what I'm trying to make aware is I put in a request back then to have my child support lowered in November. I didn't have a job. And so there was a judgment made. I submitted paperwork, but I guess my paperwork was incorrect. My wife was in training. I lost her health. When the paperwork was rejected, I guess it was like a default judgment. So I never got a chance to show like, hey, I'm unemployed. I'm not choosing to not pay my child support.
I understand that, sir, but until your child support is modified,
yes,
it is what it is. It doesn't alleviate you from those payments. You were unemployed, fine,
yes,
but till a court says you owe a different amount, you owe the amount that you owe in the order.
Oh wow, I didn't understand it in that manner. I thought I could speak up for myself. I'm sorry.
So we don't. So what I'm saying is we don't do retroactive modifications.
I got you.
You were unemployed for a period of time, tried to get your child support modified. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know what came about, but it didn't get modified. So we don't go back and do retroactive modifications. Modifications are prospective, they go forward.
Well, yes, ma'am. Well, what you all are saying is that on November 24th or 25th, that there was a judgment that was given to me. Well, I guess that's.
I don't know. I can go back and look in the file and see what that judgment was, but
Yes, ma'am.
I will ask Mr. Dale. Mr. Dale, was that a default judgment?
It appears Mr. Carr was not present, and that was August 8th of 2024.
Okay, so the judgment was taken on August 8th, 2024, and you were not present, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I didn't have the ability to have a phone at that time. I was working with Texas Workforce, trying to get my unemployment process because I was losing things left and right. My wife was at basic training, so the money had not kicked in to come into our household yet. And so I didn't have an ability. I tried to write the Dallas office to explain this. I never received any confirmation that my letter was even received.
Mr. Carr, I can't speak to any of that.
Yes,
What I
ma'am.
can speak to is there was a judgment taken in August,
Yes, ma'am.
and we can't go behind that judgment. If your child support was not modified, then the child support just is what it is. Because like I said, we don't do judgments retroactively.
Okay.
Judgments
Yes.
only go forward. I mean, modifications only go forward. We don't do modifications retroactively.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
So before you ask any other questions, Mr. Dale, what was the medical support judgment and payout?
Today that I'm requesting, or
Yes.
$1,385.46.
And to be paid at?
$10.
Okay, and the dental support judgment is $585.34, also to be paid at $10 a month?
Yes.
Okay, now you can finish asking your questions.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Carr, you're asking that you be ordered to put the child on private health and dental. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And it's your understanding that in 2024, in the last order, Miss Baskin was ordered to enroll the child in private health through her job at the time, right?
I was not aware of that. I thought it was through the state.
Okay, but do you know if Miss Baskin's currently employed?
I have no idea.
Okay. And you're asking that you be ordered to enroll the child in TRICARE health and dental coverage, which you have access to due to your current wife, correct?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
So essentially, you have access to health through another source than your personal employer.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
And you've been able to confirm with your wife that she can do that, even though that Corey Carr Jr. is not her biological son.
Yes, sir, absolutely correct.
Okay, and essentially that would cost you nothing to do that, right?
Me physically out of pocket, no, sir, nothing.
Okay, and you understand if the court grants that, then you would have to get Miss Baskin insurance cards and that info within about 30 days of when the judge signs the order, correct?
Yes, sir, you explained that. I do have a question. Are you all able to help me find her to send that information?
So let's circle back on that question at the end.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So tell the court why you want to enroll your kid in this insurance through TRICARE.
My wife's active duty military. I was originally thinking that it will save me money. I'm trying to lower the cost. Moving to Maryland, I'm going to have to pay for flights and hotel to go to Texas monthly, and so I'm trying to find the money to do that. I was intending that modifying the child support payment would contribute, I guess, to that, me being able to do that.
Okay, you're currently employed? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Where do you work?
ADU, appliance distributor.
And what's your job title?
A installer in system. Assistant, I'm sorry.
Do you get paid hourly or you get paid a salary?
Hold on one second, Mr. Dale. Mr. Carr, if you don't mind, we're in court. I know you're in your car, your vehicle, and you're really comfortable, but please refrain from drinking any beverages while we're on the hearing, okay?
I'm in my work truck. I'm sorry, ma'am.
It's okay. It's no problem. We just have to conduct ourselves like we're sitting in a courtroom. And if we were in the courtroom, you would not be allowed to drink. So it's no problem. You don't know until I tell you. Okay. Mr. Dale, you may proceed.
Thank you. Mr. Carr, do you get paid hourly or get paid a salary?
hourly,
How much do you make per hour?
$25 an hour.
And do you work a straight 40 a week or does it vary?
It absolutely varies. It's been a few weeks where I haven't reached 40 throughout my over 90 days of employment.
Okay. How many hours did you work last week?
Uh, with the holiday, it was at about 37, but that was with an 8-hour holiday pay. So it was really about 29 hours physically worked.
Okay. How much did you work the week prior?
The week prior, about 36 hours.
When was the last time you did work 40 hours?
Uh, Back in June.
Okay. And you've had this job for how long?
Over 90 days, so over 3 months and 2 weeks.
What's the percentage of time that you say you do work 40 hours a week?
Woo! Not at 40 as of now.
Hold on one second, Mr. Dale and Mr. Carr. Mr. Carr, on average, how many hours a week do you work?
Right now at about 35, 36.
Okay, that's the average week.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's been an average week since you started working there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I've had some higher and lower. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Okay, so average is 36.
Yes, ma'am. We can say 36.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
You may
Okay, so
proceed, Mr. Dale.
Mr. Carr, do you have any other biological children?
Yes, my wife and I have a 3-year-old.
And that child lives with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And where do you currently live? What state?
Maryland.
Okay, I didn't ask you this previously, but does Maryland have state income tax?
Yes, sir, they do.
Do you know how much it is?
Oh man. I could take a quick peek at it for you. Let me see.
I've got it pulled up. Okay, so I'm going to have to
Yes, sir.
recalculate
Yeah, I
the
pay
number.
a state and a city, the city that I live in tax.
Okay, well, do you understand that before we calculate that the state was going to ask that you pay $578 a month in child support?
Yes, sir. That is what we spoke.
Okay, and you were going to ask for a different amount, correct?
Yes, sir.
When did you move to Maryland?
February of this year, 2025. February, 2 days before my birthday, the 18th.
Okay, and you used to live where?
Um, uh, Louisville, Texas, 901 Lakeside.
Okay. So what number are you asking the court to set your child support at today?
Uh, I was looking to have it at maybe $100 to $125 lower.
So what number?
So right now the only thing that I have access to seeing is that I pay about $177.23 per week. If so, I'm asking 25, 50. That's 100. So I'm looking to be in the range or ballpark of $120 to $140 a week.
Okay, so just tell the court what you want her to set it at on a monthly basis.
2, 4. Between $420 and $450 a month.
Okay, why?
Because I'm going to also now have to incorporate fees to fly and book lodging back and forth for the standard order to be able to see my son at least once a month.
Does Miss Baskin know that you moved out of state?
Yes, ma'am. She's fully aware.
Okay. So you're asking for a deviation due to travel costs?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And do you have any safety concerns with Miss Baskin at this time?
At this time, I'm unaware of the well-being of my son.
Okay. Judge, I'll pass the witness. The prior order did have a non-disclosure as to mother's address, and there is standard visitation in place with a meetup at McDonald's on Keys Boulevard in Dallas.
Okay, and what amount of child support are you asking for, Mr. Dell?
Due to Maryland's income tax, Judge, I am now asking for $556 per month, based at 36 hours weekly, Judge.
Then what is the child support at this time?
$395.
Okay. Okay, so I will grant the default order a child support judgment of $6,624.95. Order that judgment paid is $75 per month. Order a medical support judgment of $1,385.46. Order that judgment paid at $10 per month. Order a dental support judgment at $585.34. Order that judgment paid at $10 per month. Child support will be $556 a month. All start dates will be August 1st, 2025. And Mr. Carr will pay court costs as billed.
Goodness gracious. And
As
she's
far
not shooting up there?
as far as the non-disclosure, since I don't have any information, we will keep it in place. It will be continued. But a phone number and a email address have to be in the order, and I'll order app close for them to communicate through. Mr. Carr, how old is your son?
Which one, ma'am?
The one that lives in Texas.
11 years old.
Okay. So when was the last time you had contact with him?
In 2 years now. I was able to go to see a basketball game last summer. Nope, I'm sorry, last fall. I was also able to go to a Donuts with Dad at his elementary school around the same time. So there was like a 2 or 3 week period where I saw him twice. After that, she found out I was married. I've not had any contact with Taisha Baskin outside of text message. I've not seen my son since October 2023.
Okay, well, your visitation has not changed.
Right.
So
That's why I was trying to do something about it, but it looks like you guys are increasing my child support today.
sir, I'm setting your child support according to guidelines. That's all I'm doing.
Well, yes, and that was the reason I was asking for help, because guidelines don't
Okay,
cover
I
my situation.
understand, sir, but you moved away.
My wife
It
was
would be
stationed.
different. I
She was
understand that,
stationed here.
but it would be different if Miss Baskins moved away and caused you this hardship.
She did, ma'am. She moved to Louisiana, and you guys still judgment against me. A default judgment was against me when she was living in Louisiana. Nobody asked her to provide tax statements to show where her money was made or anything.
She doesn't have to do that, sir. Texas doesn't require her to do that.
Well, yes, ma'am. So she just said that she can move, but I cannot.
Well,
I'm married.
she was not supposed to move either because there's a provision that says there's a geographic restriction in your order and you're drinking again, Mr. Carr.
Sorry, it is
Okay.
very hot in this car.
I
I've been in this car for
understand.
5 hours.
But there's a geographic restriction, and when she moved, you could have filed something with the court to make her move back or to have provisions for you to visit him in Louisiana.
The court said that they didn't see any reason for a court date to be honored. I was given a court date, assigned a court date, maybe 3 or 4 days before that court date. I got a letter in the mail that said there will be no court date. The judge determined that there was no reason to modify or make any changes to the order.
Okay.
So my request is not granted to
Mr.
speak on.
Carr, I can't speak to any of that because I was not the judge. I don't know what the judge saw. I don't know what the judge heard. I don't know if Miss Baskin went to the court and got permission to move to Louisiana. I don't know. So I can't tell you one way or the other what happened. What I have to do is review what is before me now and base my decisions on the evidence before me.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. You should have to show up to these court meetings.
Excuse me?
Is Ms. Baskin held liable for showing up to these meetings from February to April?
That's why she's being defaulted today. The default order is being entered today without her presence.
Well, yes, ma'am. It benefits her. Now she's getting more money. So I'm really confused.
I understand, sir. But when you come and ask the court to do something, then the court has to look at all the evidence. And that's what I did in this case. I looked at all the evidence. If she's here or not, if you were here or if she was here and you weren't here, I'd look at all the evidence. If it was supposed to go down and she was here, I would still make it go down. So the guidelines say, according to what you make, that it's supposed to go up. I did it based on $25 an hour, not on 40 hours a week, but on the 36 hours a week that you say you work average. Sometimes you do work 40, but sometimes you don't. That's why I ask you, what do you make on average? Okay. So I have to look at all the evidence, not just evidence from her. You are the only person here today. So I have to take what you tell me and make a decision. And that's what I did. I understand that you moved to Maryland. I understand that your wife moved to Maryland, but your child should not have to take less child support because you moved to Maryland.
Well, it's not because I moved to Maryland. It's so that I can follow the court order. It costs money. It's expensive to fly from the East Coast to Texas. I'm asking for that cost to be considered in your judgment.
I understand that, sir, but I personally feel like then because you moved to Maryland, because it was beneficial for you and your family, that I'd be taking something away from your son. So let me just say this. Let me say this, Mr. Carr. That's my decision. I'm not the last word on this. You have 3 days to appeal, 30 days to file a motion for new trial. This is out of the 255th District Court. That is Judge Vonda Bailey. She might have a different opinion from mine.
Know her personally. Is there a different way to get another judge that does not conflict?
I just told you that you have 3 days to appeal my decision.
No, I know Judge Vonda Bailey. I know her personally. Can I get a judge that you don't know personally? Is that possible?
You would have to ask that that Judge Bailey be recused or something of that nature. If she knows you personally, then you would have to ask that you be you would have to file a motion to ask that she be recused from your case, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So you would need to file the appeal and file a motion to have her recused, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I understand. Thank you.
All right, sir. Anything further, Mr. Dale?
No, Judge.
All right. Mr. Carr, you have any other questions?
Well,
excuse me?
no, ma'am.
All right. Then thank you for appearing here today, sir, and you're free to go.